featured story of the night. All right, everybody. I want to talk about another huge franchise, Transformers. And I would say a lot of times this kind of bleeds in with, I mean, I love me some Transformers, but it also bleeds me into Fast and Furious because they just keep making these things. We have Beast Wars coming out this summer, big reboot-ish reboot. But also on top of that, they've been talking about this animated movie coming out. And apparently, we finally have some news about this. So it's the very first time since 1986 there's going to be a live animated Transformers in theaters. First time since 86. Coming out July 19th, 2024. And this is going to be a prequel, everybody. It's going to be a prequel to the Transformers on Cybertron. And the director actually came out and he had an interview talking about this. And Josh Cooley is his name. And he was like, can I give you some details? It's semi-spoiler, not really. But we're going back to young Optimus and young Megatron, where they were friends. And they were friends on Cybertron, and the political struggle back and forth, the people having to identify, like, are they taking care of the common man? Do you have a voice? Like the politics that happened with the destruction of Cybertron. And he put it out there as kind of like Krypton, when Krypton was getting destroyed for Superman. It's kind of that kind of ideal. And he said they couldn't do this as live action because it would cost like $1 billion because of Cybertron. I mean, like, think about this, like a cybernetic world, to make that in live action and be all CG anyway. So like, how would you do it? Animated. That's how they're going to do it. And his idea is to do 3 of them at least. He wants to be a trilogy. Now, of course, the very first one, we'll leave it open ending. It leads to a trilogy. They're not going to plan on a trilogy unless it does well, but they're going to do a trilogy. Come on, let's not joke around about this. We're going to do a trilogy. So it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. And they're saying that's going to be like establishing the Transformers and their world. It's not really just, a prequel about Optimus and Megatron, but on the end of the day, they'll be the main characters. They'll be the focus point of it. So it's going to be about them. And, to see them like struggle and fall apart and find their way and then the world being destroyed, it does sound a lot like Superman in a lot of ways. It really does. So this is happening. This is coming out. It's not that far away. And they finally announced it. I mean, I love the original. I mean, people go back and forth about the original animated movie. I still love it. I think that they killed Optimus way too young, or way too soon in the movie. They just chopped him off like he's done. But this one they won't because they really can't. It's a different world. But I'm still excited about this. I think it'll be a fun movie. I love myself some Transformers, even though they are a lot of times not the best movies, and they're a CG mess sometimes. But I still love me to hear some Peter Cole and be like, I am Optimus Prime, and I will lead the Transformers to the world. I'm going to drink. Anyways. This is happening. Keoki, are you excited about this at all? I'm taking my drink. Do you think this would be a good choice to go animated for this, or would you have rather seen it be live action?
Absolutely go animated. If you do yourself a favor and watch the glory that is on Netflix, they have War for Cybertron. 3 different series, which is like 6 episodes each, but they like really go in depth of it, and you're like, oh my god, this is actually like a really good show that might play in really well with the cartoon. Because I agree with you too. Why you kill off Optimus Prime and you got the touch, old ass
so
Transformer
good.
cartoon.
You got the power.
Yeah, Stan fucking Bush. I know. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. But I'm ready for this. If you can hear the singing from it, I'm ready for Optimus Prime to come through in some animated greatness, and then the kids of today will actually be able to see, oh, this is the Transformers that I've been waiting for, that we've all been waiting for. And they were bad CG movies only because the director or producer at the time was so they weren't doing as well of a job. But the new movie looks cool, but this animated series sounds even better. So I'm like, all right, they're going to do some justice for Transformers.
Justice for Transformers. Hashtag. Justice. That's a drink right there.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
There we go. Right there.
Got it.
Keoki for Optimus Prime. If you don't get Peter Cullen back, Keoki for Optimus Prime. Hashtag Keoki Prime.
Hashtag Keoki Prime.
I'll work for 12% less than Peter.
Hashtag bargain prime.
Hashtag bargain price.
I'm just happy that man still has a job and they just chose him,
Oh,
and I do agree with you, the fact that get different directors finally. Like the Bumblebee movie was a lot better, I think, than what done before too, because it's like
It looked better.
I'm not gonna try to shit on Michael Bay, but Michael Bay is kind of a douchebag. That's all I'm saying.
He's kind of a douchebag. He's kind of a douchebag. How would you know?
Everybody knows it.
It's true.
He's very strong-willed. He's a very strong-willed individual. That's what I will say. He knows what he wants, and he gets what he wants, especially with young women.
True.
Rachel, what do you think about this? Are you excited about an Optimus Prime Transformers animated movie? What do you think about this?
That was such a transition.
You had to throw it out there real quick.
Transformers has a much better ride at Universal than
it does. It does.
The Transformers ride at Universal Orlando is excellent.
So good.
Much better than Fast and Furious.
It's got the touch.
It's got the touch.
I think they all think Brian cursed us all.
Yep.
The only Transformers movie that I've seen is Bumblebee. I'm going to be honest here.
Really?
Bumblebee was really good, though. I liked Bumblebee. I think Bumblebee is a great character.
You missed a lot, Rachel.
It's not something I grew up with. I don't fucking like Michael Bay, so I didn't watch his movies.
Understandable.
Yeah, totally get that.
It wasn't in my wheelhouse. I'm excited for Transformers fans getting something that they want. I think that now is the time to make something like that. We're having a big 80s nostalgia kick going on still. We have for the past 10 years almost, it feels like. So we're just reliving the 80s again. Which is great for people who were kids during the 80s, I guess.
100%.
Elder millennials are killing it. You're having a revival. Good
We're getting it.
It's beautiful.
So happy about it too. Happy about it.
So I'm super happy for people who are going to enjoy it, but it's not for my audience. I'm still here for the Barbie movie. The Barbie movie is what I am so excited for and cannot wait for.
I'm excited for it too.
Not to divert this back to Barbie, but Mario and Transformers and stuff, those are for you guys. And
peaches.
Jack Black did.
3 weeks since he sang that song. Every show I've been on.
I wasn't gonna do it, and you brought it up, so it just kind of happened, you brought it on. Lexi's all about this too. She was saying too in the chat that she thinks it's a fascinating story to have Optimus and Megatron, which is I think so too. It's and if you're gonna do it, if you go to Cybertron, it makes sense. You're right, Keoki. It makes sense to go to in the animated route. And Rachel, I'm gonna tell you, in the words of Shia LaBeouf, the fact that you haven't seen the original ones, he would say, no.
Dude, Shia LaBeouf's best role was in Holes. Holes was fucking fantastic.
I still haven't seen that movie.
The book.
Yeah. Okay. I need to see that. I still need to see Holes. I missed most of it. I think I saw 80% of it.
Watch Holes. It's great.
Yeah.
Bring on the Holes.
But good for you guys who like Transformers. I'm happy for you all. I'm not going to shit on that. So enjoy it.
I think it's going to be great.
Though.
The fact that they're going to do it 80s style too, I feel like it's got to be 80s style in a way, right? It has to be. They could do it all they could do it all CG, but I mean, this is it makes sense. Going to a theater is awesome too. I bet it'll do really well in theaters.
Hasn't Jim Cummings voiced Megatron for a long time? Isn't he Megatron?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did it, but it
let's
started.
Get him back.
He did the recent movies.
Megatron.
I think that's great. He did the recent movies. He didn't do the initial OG ones with Shia LaBeouf, the first couple. He didn't do that.
Did not.
Those. Yeah, I'm talking about the animated.
Yeah, Hugo.
Yeah, animated. Oh yeah. Too. Yeah, but they brought him in later too in the actual theatrical versions too. They didn't have him in the first few because who'd they have? They had Agent Smith, freaking Hugo Weaving.
Did they use him for?
I like
use him for Galvatron or something? Yeah,
they did use him for Galvatron. Then they switched him over to Megatron though too.
Okay, that's what I thought because I was like,
Jim Cummings is old as shit, but as long as he's alive, let him do it.
No, exactly. Let him run that.
More like I'm gonna get you, Prime. More like
exactly.
that. He's a fantastic voice actor, and that goes back to what we were saying before: is stunt casting voice actors is not really my favorite move.
Right.
Cast professional voice actors to be voice actors. They're always going to do a better job.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's not easy to voice act. I really feel like people sleep on voice actors.
They do.
And actors
I
will
agree.
overthink it sometimes too when they're like haven't been used to doing it, and then it's a forced
Right.
performance as it's something natural as opposed to like just
different
letting go.
talent. It's a different talent to voice act versus screen acting.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, I hope they bring in the OG actors for this. Hugo Weaving, I did like as Megatron, but I was like upset. I'm like, because they didn't even give Jim like an actual audition. It was just like they wanted Peter Welling, but Peter Weller, but they didn't go with with
Yeah,
freaking
They
Jim.
wanted fucking RoboCop to be.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
Peter
I'm
Weller.
sorry.
I'm like you. If you get
I am
RoboCop,
off.
I
My
love
brain is
Peter
I went like this.
I love Peter Weller.
I went like
thought
this
so
right
too.
now. No, I don't know where he came from. I think he's thinking about
Fucking
RoboCop so much these days. Fuck yeah, RoboCop. I am not
yeah.
excited about that
RoboCop.
show coming. I love
Exactly.
RoboCop.
Love RoboCop.
Drop
Let's
it.
get more RoboCop.
Dead or alive,
Let's
you're
get
coming
more
with
But
me.
not a
RoboCop.
redo.
Dead or alive.
The fucking
Redo's coming.
The fucking reboot of fucking RoboCop was
Oh,
so
yeah.
bad.
Well,
That
then
was
there's another one
sad.
coming.
They
There's
had
another one
so
coming.
much to work with. You had Michael Keaton
Are
there.
they doing
And I'm
it
like,
with
how do
Peter
you
Weller
throw
though,
it?
or are they doing a full reboot?
They haven't announced who's going to be. It's a full reboot. They're going to do a TV series and a movie. Amazon's doing because Amazon has the rights to MGM now, and so they're doing both. That's one of their first projects off the bat from
love
MGM.
Justice. I need to see
Fucking
Peter Weller's
love
skull
RoboCop,
with
and they
like
need to
aluminum
do
foil gripped
something
over
good.
it like this, like a little spider. And then
I mean, he can do it still.
Murphy, let's do this.
Hell
Get
yeah.
her
Why
alive,
couldn't he
coming
do
with
it?
me.
That'd actually be a great idea if they brought him back and he's like old RoboCop too, because his
Right.
body wouldn't change, and then
And
his
then they're
face would
working
maybe
on
age
it.
a little bit.
RoboCop.
Exactly. They say you're the one that
RoboCop.
worked, and let's find out how you worked. All right, now let's do it on a new RoboCop. I just gave you part 1. There you go.
Right.
You're welcome, MGM
I mean-
/ Amazon.
Talking about the 80s some more, everybody. Bringing it back to the 80s.
Bring it back.
Bring it.
back.
Prime, yeah. But I'm still excited about this. I think it's gonna be a fun project. I saw it and I was like, yeah, let's go to Cybertron. Let's do an animated film. Let's do 3. I'll go watch them.